Well, very proud of our team. Thought we played really well. Started on the mound. Matt Kent had just a great performance through all 4 pitches for a strike. Was able to locate his fastball to both sides of the plate. And from an offensive standpoint, I felt like we were locked in against Carson. And the few mistakes that he did make when he made them, our guys didn't miss them, and we're able to build a lead. And we played really good defense behind Matt today. And obviously, it was our first complete game of the year. And so, proud of our guys.
We'll start here on the front row.
This question is for Ryan. I guess from your approach standpoint, it seemed like you guys were able to lay off a lot of his off-speed pitches. I guess just talk about the approach 1 through 9 from you guys against Fulmer.
Yeah, I think everybody 1 through 9 had great approach today. Kind of before the game, we talked about it. Try to lay off his off-speed as much as we could. He's got a real good fastball, so just try to stay on his fastball, and kind of got lucky on a couple pitches, and it kind of worked out for us today.
Second row, go ahead.
Matt, when you're facing a guy that SEC Pitcher of the Year and all that, do you kind of see that duel? Do you want to compete with the other side, the opposing pitcher?
Yeah, I'm going up there. I'm not competing as him because I can't face him per se. I have to go up against their 9 guys in the lineup, and I just went into the game trying to make my pitches and make them swing at what I want them to swing at.
Other questions for Texas A&M? Back here standing. Was there one back here? Go ahead.
Coach, can you talk about the home runs were big, but Michael Barish's at bats before Allemand's home runs because he had a lot of pitches and got to look at a lot of pitches.
The 7, 8, 9. I don't know if they had a hit, and Logan Nottebrock found the barrel all 4 at bats and hit some balls hard, but Nick Chorby and Michael Barish, I thought, took a lot of pitches away from their pitching staff, and they didn't have a hit to show for it, but obviously just stripping them down obviously served well for the top of our order, and those guys did a great job just keeping the offense moving, and even though they didn't get a hit, they took something from the pitcher each time they stepped to the plate.
Other questions for A&M? Go second row, and then we'll come right back. Go ahead.
Ryan, that was the most earned runs and the most home runs Carson Fulmer's ever given up in a game. Did you guys see that as a particular challenge? Did that get your blood going a little bit, knowing who you were facing?
Maybe a little bit. I think we kind of felt maybe a little disrespected because it kind of seemed like everybody had us as the underdog. We played the whole year with a chip on our shoulder. I think that really helps out a bunch, but he's a great pitcher, pitched his tail off today, and we just kind of got lucky on some balls and had real good at-bats all day.
Front row.
Rob, kind of dissect Matt's outing because, the last few weeks, kind of the discussion on your team's kind of been the starting pitching, kind of been shifting guys back and forth, and he really stepped up for you guys today. Well,
all of our guys have stepped forward throughout the course of the year, and obviously the last, 20 games of the year, our bullpen has been stretched pretty thin. We haven't, when you look at the last 20 games, we had more innings out of our bullpen than our starting staff, and made a decision to put Matt back in there and let him manage the game and, just get us off to a great start. And, he certainly did more than we expected him to do today. But whether he started or whether he's come out of the bullpen, Matt's just got a great feel to pitch and is willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. And if that means come out of the bullpen or start, he's willing to do that. And, we've got a team full of guys just like that. And that's why this team's so much fun to be around.
Other questions? Let's go here to the front row first, and then we'll come back. Go ahead.
Matt, what do you think was working best for you today? What are you feeling most comfortable with?
I pride myself on location first, and that was going for me really well early, and then secondly, I work off movement, and then third, velocity, and throughout the game, location kind of faded away as I got tired, but movement picked up, and then later in the game, velocity kind of took over with location coming back, and so it was a process throughout the game, trying to keep everything in balance and not let the defense stand out there too long. Make sure they're swinging the bats and the defense is helping me out.
Standing, go ahead.
Matt, after you gave up the home run, the next ball was hit pretty hard. Did you think that was out, or did you know because of the wind it would do what it did?
Yeah, after Dansby hit the home run, there was a changeup to Xander 1-0, I think, and I saw it go up, but I didn't know where it was. And I saw Logan so far back at the wall. I was like, no way it could have got that far. And then the chase began to come in and get it. Off the bat, I didn't know how far it had gone, but glad to see it not go over the fence.
You gave a kind of like a wry smile back there. Did they notice that at all?
I don't know. I smiled because I saw it go up so high. I was like, all right, it's got to come down at some point. Hopefully, it's still in the field.
Kendall, go ahead.
Rob, I know you're a guy that doesn't look ahead very often, but looking at this game, did you kind of view this, now that we're after the game, did you kind of view this game as kind of a must-win from a national seed perspective?
Yeah, I don't look much into that. I'll let you guys worry about that. And, it's all about us just going out and playing today. You guys, that's the preseason polls. It's fun to talk about the month before we open up, and really don't know till the season starts. And usually the last month of the season, there's a lot of talk about positioning and different things like that. But at the end of the day, it's all about us just going out and playing good and, not leaving anything to question. And if we play good, that it ought to take care of itself. And, we expect to continue to play well the rest of the tournament.
Front row center, go ahead.
Matt, just how much pride do you take in being able to finish a game like that, to be able to manage your pitches and last into the ninth inning?
Yeah, I've never finished a game here at A&M. I've come close a couple times earlier this year, but getting into the ninth and the last 3 outs are always the hardest to get. And with the help of my defense and how spectacular they played with the ground balls and fly balls they chased down today, it's a team effort on that end to throw a complete game like that.
We'll go ahead and bring Blake up. He was upstairs, but we've got a few more minutes. Thank you, Blake. Other questions for Texas A&M? Let's go right here.
Blake, a few people have been able to hit Fulmer. You hit 2. What do you know that nobody else has this year?
Oh, he's an unbelievable pitcher. He's best in the country, best we've seen all year, in my opinion. A guy like that, you can't try to complicate things, try to simplify things, and we did that as a team today. Just try to be on time to the fastball and make sure you're on time for that. And we had great at bats all through the lineup, up and down, and I was able to get some good pitches because of that. And I found the barrel and went out of the yard. So that was this team win. The whole lineup really had great at bats today.
Kendall in the front row.
Blake, what's been kind of the big difference from you? Is there any adjustments that you made kind of before that LSU series? Because it seems like from that point on, you've been kind of taking yourself to another level.
Actually I haven't. I thought I had a decent series against Arkansas before that. I went 1 for 10, but that's just how baseball goes. I haven't changed anything. I just got some balls, starting to find some holes now. So I try to be even-keeled, constant every day, regardless of how my stats or anything's going. I try to bring the same energy, same leadership every day. So I've been doing that, and I guess I've gotten some hits to fall the last couple of weeks.
Other questions for A&M? The back.
Like you kind of talked a little bit about this, but did all the pitches Michael saw in front of you help you out, you think, on those 2 home runs?
Oh, absolutely. Michael had unbelievable at-bats today. He didn't have anything really to show for it in the box score, but I thought he had great at-bats all day. He was battling, hitting balls hard. After a bat like that, it's hard to keep making that many good pitches. So after Michael took that many away from him, I was able to get some over the plate, and I was able to